Hello everybody, it is Moko here with a celebrity reading this time. Actually, I've been doing a lot of celebrity readings. I don't know why I keep saying this time. This time I'm going to be doing Mr. Batman, Robert Pattinson, or people still see him as a twinkly vampire. I'm going to do him. He's been, you guys have been asking me to do him for like a year now. Sorry. You guys have been asking me to do him for a year. I finally saw the Batman and I said, okay, it's time to do it. So I think this is going to be another long one because you guys have a lot of questions about him. So let's just get started. All right, so first I'll do the usual. I don't know, he seems kind of normal to me. So I don't know if we'll get anything that juicy about him in particular, but some of you are really big fans of his, and you have very specific questions about his friends as well as his ex-girlfriends and potentially current fiance. I don't know. So first, let's just get started on the personality part. I would be shocked if anything comes up, but I'll let you know. That fell out. Funny. Funny. Ooh. This came up for him. I'm definitely going to read on his love life. That's probably going to be the most juicy stuff that I read on, but love life, interesting. Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. Like I thought it was, like I knew it would be, so I'm probably going to do the shadow reading here. His public persona, it's not like he's not, I don't know, it's very strange because he's famous mostly because of Twilight. So I asked about his celebrity image period. He's famous because of Twilight, but it's also like he's not famous at the same time. This is the same energy that I got for Halle Bailey. And there are a couple of people where it's almost like they don't really treat fame like a typical celebrity would. It's more like for them or for him, this is more like he's being educated, or the way that he's going about being famous, he doesn't want to be seen that way. He actually wants to be seen as talented, not just famous. And it also feels like he's only just now getting started. So if he wants to, he can be in this fame game for a very long time. And I feel like even once he gets older, he's going to be somebody who will continue to play younger people. I think he's just going to look the same age for a very long time. I don't know why that came up, but it's also, I feel like people don't really know what to make of his celebrity image. And it's because he doesn't know what to make of his celebrity image. And I also feel like while being an actor or being famous or whatever, it's his calling, but I also feel like it's difficult for him. It seems like he doesn't like the attention. He doesn't like the attention, and he doesn't really like the fans. Let me double check on this. And I know my camera is doing weird stuff, but it's a BlackBerry. Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't really like the fans. He does not like the fans. He doesn't like people showing him a lot of love. It feels weird to him. He doesn't like it. It feels very weird. It's almost like the feeling I'm getting from it, like it's creepy to him. And when I asked him how he feels about the fans, no guys, no. No. And I think he's saying that the fans have ruined his love life. I think that's kind of what he's saying here. They've ruined his love life, and there's something here about. Let me ask again. So this is actually kind of juicy. There's something here. Let me ask. Okay. So yeah, okay, so I feel like these are super fans because it's giving me stalker energy, and it's giving me that they've interfered with his love life, that there are some that he like kind of fought. Maybe this could have been like a physical fight, or it could have been a legal fight, because there are some that are like stalking him, and like he's saying like they ruined my love life. So maybe this is the FKA Twigs thing. I'm gonna look at it, but he's just like, no, they fucked up my love life. And when I asked like if he fought with anybody, like there's a fan or maybe a few fans that I think threaten his life, and that's why he's just like, yeah, no. And he's also telling me that in the love department he second guesses himself now. I don't know what that's about, but that's what popped up for me, and I drew a card to confirm. He's like, I second guess myself now. So he does not, again, he doesn't like being famous. He likes acting. He likes some parts of celebrity, but the fan, like the super fan, the stans, like actually, I don't even think these are stans. I feel like these are like actual stalkers. So like, you know, in K-pop they have the, what is it, sasang, whatever it's called, the people who are like at your apartment and they're looking through your windows. He doesn't like those people. That's what it is. And I think he's kind of like in and out of fame. Like sometimes like he loves his job, his actual job. He likes learning more. He likes experiencing new things. He's very down to earth. I think he's a Taurus or some earth sign, but he just doesn't like the famous part, the adoration. He doesn't like people fawning over him. He feels like a regular guy. He's just like, I'm just a regular dude. Why are you worshiping me? He does not like to be worshipped. So he's kind of like in and out of fame. He's sort of like, but then he's just like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, so he's in and out. And that's why his energy is just very low when it comes to fame. His personal life, however, he enjoys sex. That is very clear to me. He quite enjoys it. He's very fun, and again, he gives me a very young energy. Can be immature, especially when it comes to emotions or how he handles his love business, his romance business, or like the emotional side of things. But he comes across as mostly fun. He seems to joke a lot, to joke quite a bit. He likes traveling around, and actually, I feel like he has more energy in his personal life than what we see on screen and in whatever interviews that he has. I don't even know if he does interviews like that. But he has a lot of energy. He seems to be honest. He likes to have fun. I don't know. He just comes across as very regular. So, all right. So I'm going to leave these here, and then let's just do his shadow side here. He's very boring, guys. First of all, Miss Suki Waterhouse, she is here. This is her. This is her. I mean, don't be alarmed by this devil. But this is Queen of Pentacles and the devil. She's a Capricorn. This is her. And this is the Temperance here, which can be, we'll see. But I asked him if he has the shadow side. Not really. You know what I think it is? Actually, let me get this other deck out. Okay. His shadow side. So again, this is the fame. I think just being seen is very difficult for him. I don't know, like he just comes across as he wants to be normal, but sometimes I feel like when people are praising him too much, or he feels like they're worshiping him, or he's like, you guys are gassing me up, it's like he wants to shrink. He wants to disappear. He doesn't want to be seen. But I also feel like sometimes he has a hard time being happy. I asked him if he's depressed. I don't think it's depression. I think he just I don't know, he's just burdened by thoughts too much. And this could be because he's in the spotlight. He just thinks too much. He takes responsibility for too many things, and it's also showing like it's difficult for him to be happy and stay there because he thinks too much. But he doesn't really have too much of a shadow side. And I asked him again, like, are you hiding anything? Do you have any vices? And it doesn't really look like he has too many vices. Maybe that he moves on from things very quickly, but it doesn't seem like he has too much. And I asked him, what is he hiding? What is he hiding from the public? Suki. Well, actually, you know what? This could also be FKA Twigs because she's a Capricorn as well. But who this lady? He's hiding this lady, and this temperance. So sometimes temperance can be a slowdown of a relationship, but sometimes it could also be, repairing things or healing from something. So there's something going on with his relationship with either Suki or in the past with FKA Twigs that he's just not, like telling people. He's being private about it, basically. But in terms of shadow side, I don't really see much. But let me ask this question about his friends. Yeah, I'll ask really quickly. Okay, so actually these are two questions. So some of you wanted to know about his family and friends. So first, I'm going to ask about his family. So the question is, how is his relationship with his family and how has his upbringing affected him? And it said his sister used to have a blog where she complained that their mother was a stage mom who put a lot of pressure on him to succeed, but she deleted the post a long time ago. Okay. How do y'all know this? I'm not judging, but just damn, how do y'all know this? Like for me, I have a lot of favorites, but maybe I'm just not that interested in them. I just like their work and that's it. So, Robert, let's see, Robert. I wonder if both his parents are alive. I'll just say his parents. Interesting. Okay, well, the fan who asked me that, but by the way, if you guys want to ask questions about specific celebrities or current events, then just like DM me on Instagram or send an email from my website. And sometimes, well, actually, a lot of times, whenever I'm about to do a new reading, I'll just post it in my Instagram stories and ask you guys to ask your specific questions. So, his family? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Not so great. The relationship with, well, I asked his parents in general, but the relationship with his parents in general, not so great. Not so great. Lots of conflict here. Lots of conflict. I wonder if both his parents are alive. I should have looked this up. Let's see. Huh. So I'm not sure if his dad is alive, but it's not. It does look like they did push him to fame. It does. And it's showing mom here specifically. But I feel like whatever issues that he had with his mother in the past, like they've worked on it since then. But it looks like there's some sort of legal thing going on here with his family. I don't know. It could be like inheritance. It could have nothing at all to do with him being famous, but it looks like there's a fight. There's like either a legal battle or a moral issue going on between he and his parents. And I don't know, even though the fan said that the sister complained about the mother, it kind of seems like right now, if his dad is alive, because I don't look this up, but it looks like he's sort of like about the dad. I don't know, and it could be because dad's not alive. I should have looked it up, but but for sure it looks like there's conflict between he and his parents, and there's a big decision, maybe a legal issue that's going on that he and his parents or his surviving parents are fighting over. So that's not that positive. And when I asked about his upbringing, he is an industry child. This is him with the contracts here. This is him, and this is also the industry, by the way. This is artisan. This is like guilds, actors guilds, musician workshops, all this stuff. He's an industry child, and it kind of looks like he, in order to escape that, he started drinking kind of early. He started drinking and partying early, kind of because he was a little bit on his own in the industry, but also because he was trying to get away from the actual industry itself. And I asked how does it affect him now? Again, so this is how he feels about fame. And it feels like he tries to escape. Like I think he likes to travel. I think he just likes to be abroad. So oh damn, I almost forgot he's British. So like just being out of the UK, he just likes to be abroad, and just like doing whatever, and so it's, I don't know. I mean, he's famous, but it feels like he wants to escape that sometimes and just go traveling, doing stuff, being a normal guy, and having like little flirtations here and there. So it doesn't seem like it impacted him that negatively, really. But it's just like the worship is like, it's something that he didn't expect to happen, really. So the other question you guys have, so actually let me keep this here. The other question is about his friends. Are there any negative energy surrounding him? Is he keeping dark secrets? He's friends, acquaintances with quite a few shady people in Hollywood. One of his friends was listed on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log, and a lot of fans have been questioning how much he knows. So let's see. Ooh, these two fell out. Very funny. Very, very, very funny, Robert. Interesting. He doesn't really want to talk about this. His energy doesn't really want to talk about this. He's talking about whichever girlfriend this lady is, this Queen of Pentacles here. I'm guessing it's Suki. Because she's a Capricorn. This is like the long-term relationship, the money, this is the success. So I'm guessing that the relationship is going relatively well with her, or it's possible that this could be FKA Twigs. I'm going to read on it. It's like he wants to talk about his love life more. So I'll go over this very quickly. Yes, there is shady energy around him. He's not shady, but there's shady energy around him. There are some highly deceptive people around him, and it's showing me. So it also asks, is he keeping dark secrets? No, it's not him. It's the people around him. And I think, so this is, I wish that you guys provided names because I don't follow him like that, or even that closely, really. So I'm going to try to whittle it down. The people who are shady around him are people who are not British. But I also feel like these are not like fellow actors or anything. These are more like businessmen, or agents or something like that. It's not the actual actors. It's more like business people. They're business people, or investors or whatever. They're not in the industry. But they contribute to it. So it's the people who are outside business, investors, agents, freelancers, stuff like that. Those are the shady people. It's not really him. It's them. And ask him about the Jeffrey Epstein thing. I'm guessing he doesn't know much about it because he started talking about his girlfriend. So, And I also asked him like how like I did ask, is he still friends with these people, like these shady people? And I'm getting like it's not exactly what fans think it is. Like it seems like he's chosen to be sort of like a lone wolf, and sometimes that I think eventually that's going to cause problems for him because he's not as connected as a lot of people are. He's mostly on his own. I don't know, isn't he one of those actors who doesn't have a publicist or something? Because I feel like he's kind of like he's very bare minimum when it comes to his acting and his public image. And I think that's going to bite him in the ass at some point in his career. But when I asked if he's friends with these people, like he's not exactly friends. Like they're not his friends. It doesn't feel like they're his friends. It just feels like an association or something like that. So he's just like, I don't know. His energy is like, why are you guys asking me about this? Okay, so, I'm going to move on to his career and then get to the juicy part, his relationships. Interesting. So, I asked many questions about his team. I don't even know if I want to, like, clean this up. There's something going on with his team. I kind of feel like he's thinking of cutting some people out, cutting some people out, or changing his team over because it seems like he just wants to go. It feels like he wants to be a free agent or something. Like he kind of wants to do things on his own. That's kind of what it feels like. But I think that there's definitely going to be some sort of break. I don't know if this is the Batman stuff because did they agree to do a second one? Yeah, I think they agreed to do a second one. Maybe it's like a relationship with DC. No, it's not that. They like him. They actually like working with him. So his team, there is an issue going on with his team. So this fan asked the question, maybe they know exactly what's going on. There's for sure something going on with his team. They're like he's being offered things and he's just like, this stuff doesn't make any sense. It feels like he thinks that he's being typecasted or somehow something. He wants to expand, he wants to go out. He feels like he's not getting what he thinks he deserves at this point. So there's going to be either a new contract or some sort of breaking apart from someone in his team. Like he may even want to go solo. I don't think that's a good idea. That's not a good idea. And I saw previously that he doesn't have as many connections as he should have, and it's going to bite him in the ass at some point. I don't think he should go solo. So if anyone's watching from his team, don't go solo, dude. don't do it. And I also asked if his girlfriend's pregnant, and I got, for whatever reason it came up, I got this. It's a secret. So there's just crazy shit going on with his team. And whether or not he's going to be nominated for an award soon, no, not soon. Like a major award, no, not soon. It's going to come later. It feels like he's only just getting started. He's just hitting his stride. It's not going to be anytime soon. It's going to be later in his career. It's going to be later in his career. And it feels like he's being denied nominations on purpose. He's being denied nominations on purpose because the industry wants more work out of him. They want more work out of him, and I feel like they also just want him to be more famous. Like I don't know, they don't want to nominate funny. They don't want to nominate somebody like him because I feel like he's not playing the Hollywood game. He's not like famous. Like he is, but he isn't at the same time. And the more he doesn't play the game, the less he won't get what he wants. That's what this industry is. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the romance question since that's clearly what he wants to talk about. So very quickly, now we're on to his love life, which seems to be, what most people are interested in and what he wants to talk about. I'm going to go very quickly between he and Kristen because you guys asked if he is missing any of his former girlfriends. And let's go with her first. First of all, let's see. And I'm using these softer cards because how old were they? Like 22 when they were together? 24, whatever it was. Anyway, let's see. Damn. Yo, this was not a PR relationship. Oh, this was, okay, this is juicy. This video is going to be a little bit long. This was not a PR relationship, people. It was not PR. And even though she was the one who cheated, she was, and like, because if I remember correctly, there was like all this talk about how he loved her more than she loved him, or or she used him. No, she was in love with him, guys. She was in love with him. Absolutely in love with this dude. So back then, like she cheated or whatever, but according to her, let's see, let me ask. She didn't even, the director, Rupert, I think that's what his name was, she didn't even really like him like that. She didn't really have any feelings for him like that. It was just like a fling or whatever for her. And also I kind of feel like she was paid to do that. So like in her mind, the Rupert thing, it wasn't really an affair. It was more like work. And it's also something that she didn't really want to do. Very sad. But the thing with Rupert is that at that time, he was giving her a lot of compliments and a lot of attention, and it would have benefited her career at the same time. So she was thinking, oh, well, if I do this, then, it's whatever. But she actually did love Robert. Oh, I'm surprised at that. She actually did love Robert, and she still loves him. I asked her how she feels about him now. She still she loves him. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting into this. But then when I asked him how he felt about her at the time, he was actually kind of ready to move on from her. And it also felt like he was abandoned in that relationship. So this is actually, I asked him how he felt about it. This is the Five of Pentacles. He felt like he was abandoned already. So he was sort of like, okay, well, it seems like she doesn't like me anymore, so I'll just move on. That's crazy, dude. Like he felt like, I guess it's time for me to go. And he was also very insecure in that relationship as well. It's like he didn't know how she felt about him. He didn't really know. So what we saw, the public saw, like, oh, he's head over heels in love with her, and it seems like she doesn't really care. Like, that's kind of how he kind of experienced it as well. So I think she did really love him. She just didn't really, express it. And when I ask him how he feels about her now, she's cut out of his life, blocked on all avenues, cut off, Queen of Swords, done, over, he's done. He's like, nope, that's it. And I asked if they're still in contact. Nope. Hermit. Nope. No energies there. Damn, that's sad. That is sad. Okay, let's ask about FKA. Let's ask about FKA. And I shuffled this very well. Interesting. Very interesting. Yikes. Now here's what's funny. They broke up over money, guys. They broke up over money. So the relationship between he and FKA, it's not that great either. You have the moon here. I think the relationship, well, putting FKA aside, but I think the relationship between he and Kristen, or is it Kristen, K-Stu, whatever, it really, like, he really became extremely insecure about relationships. And I do think that what I saw earlier, where he was saying that the super stalker fans ruined his love life, I think that that's actually the case. He feels very insecure about it, and it's like he doesn't know if he's choosing the right people anymore. And then when I asked her how did she feel about him then, I don't know. This is actually quite sad. Actually, I feel like this may be breakup energy. This may be breakup energy. So actually, let me ask again. Yeah, guys. You know, so I'm quite sure that he's a Taurus. This is father of Pentacles. I mean, there were feelings there, and from what I remember, they were engaged, but it doesn't feel like on her side she was as serious as he was. I don't think she was as serious as he was, and I feel like she was kind of initially attracted to him because she left a relationship and he was there, and she was just like, why not, and it feels like she was also kind of attracted to either his money or his status or something like that. And it's not to say that she was a gold digger, it just seemed like there wasn't that much thought on her side, whereas for him, like he was in love with her. He actually was he was smitten with her. Actually, I should say that, smitten with her. And this is him, and it's for him, this feels like his first serious relationship. And he wanted to be like a big guy, a big boy, or whatever. And when I look at his energy, he was in love. 10 of Cups. I think he actually wanted to marry her. He wanted to have a family with her. It's just, I don't know, it felt like the communication between those two wasn't really the best. But the thing is when I ask how he feels about her now, it's still positive. He still has really good memories about the relationship. It's still positive. I feel like they still kind of talk Like maybe they have inside jokes together, they share memes or whatever. It's not constant communication, but I do think that they still talk. Whereas for her, I want to ask her how she feels about it. It's just work. I don't. This is very weird, and it looks like they argued about money, but it also looks like they argued about how serious the relationship should be. Again, I feel like he wanted to marry her, and like maybe even though they were engaged, maybe she didn't, or maybe she just said, I'm not ready yet. But it looks like he wanted to have a family with her. She didn't want to marry him, guys. She no. And for him, it was like towards the end he was very conflicted about it. Very, very conflicted about it. And I think no, she didn't want to marry him. This isn't, and she is a Capricorn. So this devil could also represent her. And again, I told you that Suki and FKA, they're both Capricorns. So it's possible that they let's see. Okay, no. They're not reconciling. No, they're not reconciling. Is she still suing Shia LaBeouf, because I feel like something's gonna happen with that lawsuit. But no, she didn't really want to marry him. I don't think she was really that serious about him to begin with. He was quite serious about her, but towards the end he was just like, maybe not. But it looks like they fought over money. But it also looks like they just didn't agree on how serious the relationship should be, and they just parted ways mostly. Let me ask another question. I'm not really seeing the fans either, because I think she said that she faced a lot of racial abuse from his fans, which I do not doubt, but I don't think the fans had much to do with the breakup of this relationship. I think that she wasn't really that serious about him. Like that's basically it. All right, let's move on to his current maybe relationship with Suki Waterhouse. Okay, well, first before because I did answer this question because fans wanted to know if he's still missing any of them. Kristen, clearly not. And it does not look like they're in contact at all. But let's see. Let me ask very quickly before I go to Suki and Suki. Yeah, so it does look like he misses FKA. It does look like he misses her. However, and it feels like he's still kind of grieving the loss of that relationship, because it seemed like he really did like her. However, like there's just this feeling of him feeling as if he can't really trust himself or his choice or the choices that he makes when it comes to relationships. And I do feel like the whole thing with K-Stu and the fans and the cheating and the whatever, like it's almost like he has relationship PTSD. Like he was very traumatized by it, and he kind of self-sabotages now. It's like he just doesn't know how to trust himself. He doesn't know how to be happy, especially in relationship. And like some of his feelings, whereas before he was very open, but some of his feelings, he's closed off a little bit now. He's very closed off. But it looks like he does miss FKA. And it looks like she misses him as well. I kind of feel like eventually, so I'm gonna read on the Suki Waterhouse thing, but I feel like eventually she's going to kind of reach out and be like, hey, can we try again, but just like on a better foot. I wouldn't be surprised if she says that. I don't know if it's going to be public or anything, but I would not be surprised if, like, he and Suki don't work out, that she just says, hey, can we give it another try, but this time on a clean slate. Because it looks like he really wanted to marry her, and she just no. She just like it felt like she didn't enter that relationship like you know, like when you go to, you know, an ice cream shop and you want freaking strawberry shortcake with pecan pie or whatever, but all they have is vanilla, and because you wanted ice cream you just settle for vanilla. That's kind of what it feels like for FKA at the very beginning of the relationship, that she just said, oh, it's not exactly what I wanted, but you know, he's here and so okay. That's what it feels like. Like that's how it started, and you know, her feelings just didn't really grow too much beyond that. And when it came down to get serious, to get engaged, to get married or whatever, she was just like, I can't at this point I can't. So okay, let's go to Suki. I'm doing Suki now. Sorry. I have a feeling about he and FKA. Okay. Let's do a bigger spread on he and Suki. They look high as hell in this photo. Extremely high. Oh my gosh. Listen, when you hook up with somebody and you start to look worse, that's a bad sign. Bad sign. Just like Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. She needed to get out of that. He was no good. Okay, so interesting. Not the best. Not the best. Not the best, guys. I think that queen of pentacles that I was seeing, I think that's actually FKA, guys. I think that was FKA. So I'm not sure if they're actually together. So yeah, so the first thing I asked is, are they together? This isn't, for me, I don't read this as a yes, but it's not a no. This is more like people who are talking, or that they've kind of like the conversation between the two is a little bit muted or kind of strained, right? So then Suki, how does she feel about him? She loves him. But this is more like puppy love, guys. She really does care about him. She has great affection for him. And I asked her, how does she feel about the relationship? It feels kind of like an open relationship, honestly. This is one of my cards. Actually, they have two cards of open relationship, but this is one of my cards of an open relationship. And it feels like they're very good friends first. And for her, this is like exactly what she wanted. Almost exactly who she wanted. Like the configuration of the relationship is exactly how she likes things to be. Whereas for him, how does he feel about her? He doesn't know. I think this is kind of like his default position, because the thing that keeps coming up, and it's the first thing I saw with him, is he doesn't trust his decision making anymore, especially when it comes to relationship. So it's like he just doesn't know. And I also feel like, let me draw cards before I say anything else. Drugs were part of this relationship at some point. It could have been both of them at one point, but I think for her, he's kind of like he kind of, and allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but it's almost like it's almost like he's giving her an ultimatum to stop doing whatever it is that she's doing. I'm not sure if she's going to listen to it, but he's sort of like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. Like if he feels unsure about this relationship, he doesn't know exactly where it's going. But because I asked him specifically, how does he feel about her? But it also seems like there could be like a drug or alcohol issue with her specifically, that he's just telling her, like, either, I'm not even sure if he's telling her to stop or if he's just telling her to slow down or get yourself together. And I'm not sure if she's going to decide yes on this. So I asked him how he feels about the relationship. Trapped. And this is like the card of single. This is the card of feeling alone. So again, and this is also like sometimes this could be cheating, seeing other women on the side, but other times, because it's here with this Three of Pentacles, I feel like this is an open relationship. I think that this is like a non-monogamous relationship, but it's like he feels alone in it. It's almost like, you know, it seems like he wants a traditional relationship. They argue a lot. No, he's a traditional guy. This it doesn't work for him. This doesn't work for him. And I think his feelings are slowly going away for her. Very, very slowly. Like, she likes it. This setup is perfect for her. She likes it. This, you know, she feels like, you know, this could be a soulmate, blah blah blah. We're having fun, we're affectionate. But for him, he's like, he doesn't like it. You know, not all guys want to bang as many women as possible. And I asked him, does he want to be married? He wants to be married. He wants a traditional relationship. He doesn't really want all this open stuff. He wants a traditional relationship. He doesn't, for him, even though he has permission to see other people, it's like a lonely life for him. He doesn't like it. It's like partying, like being very young. He doesn't really like it, not really. He wants a traditional relationship. And I also asked, what's the energy of their relationship right now? Not so good. Feelings of abandonment. I think this is very strong for him. This is a theme for him, because I've gotten it in almost every single section of his reading, where he just doesn't like to be alone. And if like he doesn't feel affection, he feels like, okay, this person is gonna leave me. So he's insecure, dude. He's insecure. He feels very like easily left out of things. Like he doesn't want to feel alone. He doesn't trust his judgment anymore. Oh man, this is sad. And that's 6 months from now, because I feel like if they're still together, it's not going to last for long. 6 months? No, I think it's done. Within by next year, it's done. They could be done now. So he definitely wants to be married. He definitely wants a traditional relationship. I think that woman that I saw, because both Suki and FKA, they're Capricorns, I think he was thinking of FKA. He thinks about it. He thinks about it. Of like going back. But it's like, I don't know. There's just, man, listen, now I see why he was like, these fans, I don't know, because it's like he's just unsure of himself. He can't trust himself. He can't trust himself, especially in a relationship. And it's like relationships for him have been traumatic. It feels like they've been traumatic for him. Like he wants to be married, but he's just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't. And it feels like his relationships have always been an uphill battle. So he just wants something easy, nice, and pleasant. He's just like, I'm done with the drama. think he's going to end up with eventually he's going to end up with a fire sign woman. Who's like, I don't think this lady is gonna, this fire sign person, I don't think they're gonna, maybe a Leo, I don't think she's gonna offer him this stability that he actually needs, but I think she's going to be able to take him out of his worries. They're going to go traveling together, having a lot of fun. It's probably going to end horribly as well, but it's like he like the type of fun that Suki offers is not his type of fun. It's not his type of fun. Man, I feel bad for this guy. I don't know. I'm not going to keep reading because it's like it gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He needs therapy, guys. He needs freaking therapy. He needs therapy. He absolutely needs therapy. He wants to be married. He wants to be a husband, a strong person for whoever he's with, but he just, and he wants like a traditional family life as well. It's just like he can't trust himself. He doesn't know how to pick him. He doesn't know how to pick him. Get therapy, sir. Do something, because yeah, so this thing with Suki is, I don't think it's going to go all the way. He doesn't like the configuration. He doesn't like that it's open. He feels lonely, all this stuff. He feels trapped, but the person that's coming at the relationship that's coming after her is going to be fun for a while, but it's going to be a lot of drama. It's going to end poorly for him as well. He needs like a therapist, a priest, a guru, a Reiki guy, somebody to help him like trust himself so that he can pick the right chick, because he wants to be married and he wants to have kids. Well, he wants to be married. It's just he doesn't know how to get there. Okay, that's enough for Robert, because the more I read on his ass, the worse it gets. I will see you guys hopefully next week. Have a very Merry Christmas. I'm going to release this on Christmas Day, I think. Have a very Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you guys practice. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. If you would like a personal reading from me, then please go to my website at www.tarotbymoko.com and click on the Book a Reading button from the homepage. From there, you will be redirected to my shop, which includes categories for career, future forecasts, general inquiries, love and relationships, personal growth, as well as options for expedited delivery. I have a spread for almost every occasion, but of course, love and relationships is the most popular, with readings for your future partner, no contact, will you ever find love, how does your crush feel, as well as sugar daddies. And if you do not feel comfortable purchasing from my website, then you can find me on Etsy under the same name, Tarot by Moko, where I have the same exact readings that I have on my website. And for those of you who would like to learn how to read the tarot, then just visit my blog, and there you will find a series called Learn Tarot with Me. There, I will provide definitions for the cards, as well as tips and tricks to help you become more intuitive with your tarot reading. All right, thank you guys so much for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.